Hey everybody, Pete Weitzel here, the Wargaming Strongman, coming to talk today finally about some new Age of Sigmar coming down the pipe. So, GW has listed some new things, and they've play tested one thing live on their Twitch channel, the new Age of Sigmar Skirmish rules. They are releasing a mini book from the looks of it for $12, which is available for pre-order right now, as well as the Sigmarite Mausoleum, which is a giant terrain piece. I think it looks badass. I went and looked at it in over detail. $100 for what you're gonna get. I mean, it looks badass. It's pretty cool, and it looks pretty modular in terms of you can move it around and use the pieces in various ways. So that's pretty interesting and cool. I mean, obviously, if you get 2 or 3 of them, you can create a whole kind of crypt graveyard thing. You know, they're also releasing a battle mat, and they're calling it the Soulblight Necropolis battle mat. It's your basic battle mat. I mean, it looks pretty relatively plain Jane, kind of set on like a snowy kind of ground battle area. Obviously, the Sigmarite Mausoleum is supposed to go along with the Soulblight Necropolis battle mat. So, I mean, they're trying to upsell by saying, look, this will look even better on this, so spend $200 on these 2 things. I don't know if I can justify that totally yet. As much as I want the Mausoleum, I just can't justify $100 on that yet. But $12 for the Age of Sigmar skirmish rules, I mean, yeah, I can totally justify that. My only complaint is, with the General's Handbook 2 around the corner coming up probably in the next few months here, why didn't they just wait and include it in there? That would have been so much better. In a weird way I can understand. They get the skirmish rules out. Now, $12, you buy the $12 one, you can buy a couple of easy build Liberators or easy build Blood Warriors, or, anything like that, or you can buy just one box of whatever. And you can get the skirmish rules for $12 and just play with that. I mean, essentially what the skirmish looks like it's breaking down into is like a kill team / Shadow Wars Armageddon for Age of Sigmar. It's a very small entry game, basically, where you can build a very small force, play with it, and then you can use that as a starting point to build a larger army. Which, I mean, it's a good marketing tactic on GW's behalf. I mean, it's the easiest way to get people in. Start small, build big. Not everyone wants to start, building this giant army right away, or they just don't have the time. They want to play with what they can paint at a time. And from the looks of this skirmish thing is going to be a great way to do that. It is going to be very narrative based. It's not going to be a real competitive type thing. It's going to be, as I've seen someone talk about, it's, water cooler moment stuff you can talk about, later and be like, oh man, I remember when I rolled this or whatever, and you totally got this thing here. For the competitive Age of Sigmar players, this probably won't overly be for you. For the narrative guys, probably right up their alley. From the looks of it, you can play, a couple games real fast. It's not going to take, 2 or 3 hours to play a game. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more. I will definitely be picking this up on the release date. I will be doing a full review of the rules and anything that's inside. They really didn't show a lot on the website. There's a copy of picture of the cover, showing the war bands and a very, very small version of some of the rules. Obviously, it's not going to be this giant book for $12. It's only going to be 40 pages. So, I mean, essentially, it's based around the Age of Sigmar rules. So, I mean, the Age of Sigmar rules are 4 pages. So it's not going to be a huge book, a very lengthy book. It's going to be mostly how to set up your narrative skirmish game. That's what most of the book's going to be about. We'll see. I can't remember when the drop date is supposed to be on this. I think it's May 27th. So, I mean, in a week, essentially. I'm going to be heading out to probably my local GW store, and I'll be picking one up from them right away. And I will come back and do a full review, and hopefully this meets my expectations of being a Age of Sigmar version of Shadow Wars or Kill Team. And I will talk to you guys later.